This is a message to primarily all senators, predominantly to the senators' aides. They'll be initially watching this. If you've come onto this link, you're already on a YouTube site, and it refers to the use of the census as a way that all of the senators can combine together to get any message across to the Australian people and have the Australian people come back and talk to you. If you were to implement this, I don't think in history of Australian democracy I've ever seen, leading up to a federal election, senators combining to have something to bring all of us together, including the parties, at any given time. By that I mean that I've chosen the use of a census form, and quickly all it entails is every 4 years having 50 questions, being that there's 50 current political parties, ask a question amongst the census form to be able to have the Australian people respond to that. Now I need you all to look at the psychology of what I am saying. You all fight passionately for whatever issue that you believe in. You go against the major parties who you know are controlled by factions. You try and get voted in by the general public, and you spend all your time trying to expand your party to try and get the numbers to make a difference. But the quicker you try and get one end sorted in terms of your party, you've got members leaving out the back door. So there doesn't seem to be decades enough for you to swell your numbers larger to be able to take on these larger political parties. This is a way, and I've only picked the census form because I want to give you the answers to what the Liberal and Labor and the factions will say, that if you go into a referendum or a plebiscite, it costs money. I don't understand that argument, but I've got around it by using something that stops the nation at any given time, and there's a numerous amounts of questions we get asked, personal or otherwise, that don't really mean anything to us. I really need you to step back from these series of half an hour of YouTube presentations and say to yourself, what a great idea in the way that it will unite. I keep saying unite you all. I can see you going into Parliament and saying this is a great idea, and the opposition to this will be huge, but in the end the Australian people in this given time and this given period of our democracy will be able to take back the power through you minority politicians. And I don't mean that in a demeaning way, but you will be able to stand up and say the people have spoken on each and every issue. And if you get at least 50 issues sorted every 4 years, you're going to have so much power. You won't need to swell your numbers. You'll be able to keep in check the debate. You'll be able to move legislation quicker through the House. I implore you. I want to stand with you. I want to become a senator, but I've been a leader across all industries all my life. Please don't judge the book by its cover right at the moment. But I see that there is no possible way to be a strong leader in the current system without the help of the Australian people on a regular basis. In closing, the politicians go on about how much that plebiscite cost. In the end, it was 120 million, and it was more or less a blank piece of paper with one question in the middle. But yet, we more or less spend money willy-nilly, $120 million to ask 50 questions if you want to go that way. Why I'm saying that is you could do the census every 4 years, but then interimly you could spend the 120 million to ask more questions. So over a 4-year period, we've covered every 2 years we're speaking to the Australian population. Now, for me as a businessman, spending 120 million to get so many things that we need to have happen quickly through, that is insurmountable to the damage that we're currently doing by not enacting what we should be acting quickly. I implore you, especially the senators' aides, to go and watch a half an hour that could change our life forever. It could change democracy forever. And in this country, we do a lot of firsts. We can show the world that we as Australians want to move forward, good or bad. Again, please spend 30 minutes of your time going to the links that I've shown you on the email, watching this one first. This will be the last one, and I will be saying to the Australian public through YouTube that I've sent this to you, and for them to bother you to watch it yourself. This is a way forward, senators. Please, take the time, and we can all come together for the first time in history. Thank you.